So last year we had the child tax credit, which did a great job in cutting child poverty. Well, thanks to a couple of the worst politicians in our country, we allowed that to lapse very recently. Progressives predicted at the time that that would have horrendous consequences. And what do you know? The data is showing that. We're gonna break that all down. But I wanna give credit to Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for putting the blame exactly where it deserves to be put on this issue. So she tweeted out, one US senator, quote, heard stories about people allegedly using the child tax credit for drugs without any evidence or data to back it up. He then used that as justification and nuke the entire national program, causing millions of kids to fall into poverty in weeks. Horrifying. Meanwhile, the press talks about it like it's some Beltway drama without ever showing the people who are sleeping in bubble jackets with no heat, or the kids going hungry waiting for some guy in a yacht to decide if they're fully human or not. It's just shameful, all of it. And of course, there she is very specifically talking about Joe Manchin. He's not the only one that caused that to fall apart, but I love it. This is a very real, predictable consequence of political action. And so far, aside from the progressives, it seems to be just a thing of maybe there will be picking up this Columbia research, which we're gonna detail, but are we gonna have, like, Brett, when have we had such a short gap in time between a thing being done, a prediction about the effects of that thing, and a demonstration that the prediction was true? It almost never is this clean.
January 6th.
Okay, sure. Other
but that's
than
it.
that,
But like it has to be something like that. It's like, oh, Trump. I mean, and not even January 6th. It was exactly election night. It was Bernie Sanders saying like the results are going to come in late, and in the time, and so it's going to flip from Trump being ahead to Trump being behind. And then after that happens, Trump's gonna say, oh my God, what happened? We're gonna declare victory. He seized on that moment. It exactly happened how Bernie said. This is actually, it's by the numbers. It is exactly causal, just like they said it would be. Like there's money going to families who need it. This reminds me of something else that went viral, I think this morning, if not last night. There was a police department that tweeted their big haul in the New York City Police Department, outlined their big sting where they got some shoplifters.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got these shoplifters, and instead of that table full of drugs like it typically is, it was a table full of like diapers and baby formula, baby powder, baby oil. Don't you see there's a theme here? And they thought they were being awesome, and they're like, look, we saved a bunch of stuff. Oh, we have it. Great. And then at the end of it, they were like, oh my God, this does look terrible. We shouldn't be touting how we just took baby powder away from people, especially when we just got rid of something that will put money in people's pockets so they can afford to put diapers on their babies, let alone feed them.
Exactly. Yeah, that was obviously insane. We talked about it on the show yesterday, and yeah, I hope that people. One of the reasons that I like that someone like AOC and others, of course, this particularly the tweet from Jeff Stein about this research went pretty viral on Twitter, is maybe it will force a conversation, on the mainstream media about the expiration of this policy, the consequences in terms of human suffering. And then also we'll get into a little bit later on then the political consequences. And one of those three, maybe the media can get excited about. I mean, the substantive consequences, they're not gonna be interested at all. But at the very least, like she is calling him out. Come on, that's drama. Talk about
right.
That.
And
maybe we'll see. We'll see.
It's so profound. I really like the theme of this show today, because it goes through the ridiculous, and TYT in general, what it offers is looking at the things that like folks who watch MSNBC take for granted, and then revealing that it's all full of crap because of a couple things. One, the laziness of people reporting on this. They're just lazy. Like I've seen those meetings. They pull out the New York Times and they pull out the Washington Post, still the newspaper, and they go through it and say, all right, here's what's on the cover. Here's what everybody else is talking about. And they decide they're just gonna talk like which of the things people are talking about they're gonna discuss.
There was a scene in Pam and Tommy exactly like that. I don't know if you watched that recently, but yeah, you're right. Okay, with that said, let's jump now into the substance. So when it became clear that the Democrats were going to allow the child tax credit to lapse, predictions were made about the consequences of this. We had just closed out months of cheering over the cutting of the child poverty rate. Well, if you get rid of the only thing that can be pointed to as having caused that cut, where do you think it's gonna go? Apparently, it went there. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.